How to find what you are good at. You've heard the old saying, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. In many ways, this saying is true. If you're passionate about what you do and you're putting your focus and energy into it, you won't feel like you're working. Your greatest strengths might lie in something you simply never had the opportunity to explore. So how do we establish what comes naturally to us? Have you ever had a feeling that when doing certain things in life you're in the zone? Hours pass without notice. You even forget to eat. You don't check social media. You don't pick up your phone every 5 minutes. You're just working on the problem at hand and you're completely immersed in it. In Buddhism, it is described as a state when you have found the flow. The Chinese have a word for this, wu wei. This literally translates into non-doing or doing nothing. It means effortless action or doing without it feeling like doing, being in the zone. There is an old saying, do that, which consists in taking no action and order will prevail. Which means acting without acting, doing the things you love, you enjoy, and you can find flow in. By going with this flow, you reach the state of non-doing. It is a state where you lose self-consciousness, the self, and the environment become one. And don't confuse it with being stuck in a singular state of mind. This is the state in which we are always moving and flowing, like a stream of water. It is malleable and can adapt to the situation. You can find this flow in anything, as long as it doesn't feel like work. You're not upset that you have to spend hours on a task, but rather you're ecstatic, you want to do it. Some liken this state to that of being drunk, as you reach a state where your inhibitions drop and your anxiety levels decrease, allowing you to act without ego or fear. You simply do what is within you. A more pertinent example is found in painters who just go with the flow rather than an established plan, and the outcome are extraordinary. You don't cherish the finished art, but the process of creation itself. The flow that is achieved during the act. So how can you attain this state in your own life? It begins and ends with two key principles. Everyone experiences it, but do you really pay attention to it? When you achieve that flow state, it is vital to take a moment and notice how it happened. What were the triggers? What were you working on? What was your work environment? The observations are endless, but the key is to start building a plan to find flow more often than not. These clues can all point you towards the things that you should be doing on a regular basis. A key aspect is to go with the flow, not against it. It shouldn't be hard, you shouldn't have to force it. Sometimes things are just a bad fit. If you're struggling beyond belief in something, perhaps that's a sign that you need help. Or maybe you should simply focus your efforts elsewhere or in a different way. This is especially true if there are things in your life that already put you in a state of flow. Of course, finding flow doesn't just happen. It is as much science as it is philosophy. The key is finding balance between difficulty and skill, so adjusting these variables may help get you there. Despite such experimentation, you have to remember that if you have no innate interest or drive in what you're doing in the first place. Finding the flow is an important idea to remember when it comes to your daily routines. Pay attention to when you reach flow, stop trying to force it, and hopefully you too can do without doing. Your goal in life is to find the people, business, project, or art that needs you the most. There is something out there just for you. What you don't want to do is build checklists and decision frameworks built on what other people are doing. You're never going to be them. You'll never be good at being somebody else. To sum it all up, the combinatorics of human DNA and experience are staggering. You will never meet any two humans who are substitutable for each other.